PRC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
Hey, this is James Spann with the Morning Weather Xtreme video. This is for Monday morning, the 28th day of January. Cold now, but a big warm-up today and some very changeable weather with an active pattern setting up. Let's talk about it. Let's go right to our Skycam images early this morning. Look at the fog down in Demopolis. Of course, that camera is sitting on the banks of the Tom Bigby, and they're sitting at 44, and the dew point's at 42. As we'll see the dew points gradually coming up today, but up in North Alabama, it's cold. There's a look at Gadsden. In a big inversion, the mountain locations in the mid-30s, the lower spots in the mid-20s this morning. And a quick peek at Mount Cheahaw, where they're sitting around freezing this morning. But again, many of the valley locations are down in the 20s. There's the big picture this morning, water vapor satellite imagery, big trough out west, and that's our next rain producer for the state. But today we're still underneath ridging, so it should be a pretty decent day. Partly to mostly sunny with a high up in the low 60s in many areas. That'll feel good. Here's a look at the temperatures. You can see in advance of the storm out west, a nice surge of warmer air coming across the plain states. You've got readings that are much warmer in, say, Kansas City than in Birmingham. They're in the mid-40s, and we're around 30 here. But we'll feel that warmer air as the day progresses, and tonight will not be nearly as cold as last night. Now, this looks good. This is a very good thing for the parched Southeast United States. Now, keep in mind, even in 2008, we're lagging behind on rain. We don't want to get a deficit going this year. And this is the rain expected valid through Friday evening at 6 o'clock. And this is showing some potential for 2 to 3 inches of rain over a pretty good chunk of North Alabama, even a bullseye of 3.5 inches up there around Chattanooga. And that, of course, is with the system tomorrow and tomorrow night, and with the system Thursday and Thursday night. And could be that system later in the week will be a little wetter, but between the two, hopefully we'll pick up some really good rain amounts. Now, one big question, can we see enough instability for severe weather? I doubt it tomorrow. Now, this is the day 2 convective outlook, the probabilities, and there's no formal severe weather risk, but they did paint in a 5% severe weather probability just based on the strength of the system that includes the northwest part of Alabama. I just don't think we have a severe weather issue because of the lack of instability. However, later in the week, the system coming in for Thursday night, the guys at Norman do paint a severe weather risk for almost all of Mississippi and a pretty good chunk of Alabama, at least the southern 2/3 of the state. And again, it's the same deal. The question is instability. As always with these early season systems, we've got excellent dynamics and marginal thermodynamics. So we'll watch that and talk about it here as we go through the modeling output. This is the OZGFS valid at noon today. And this is at 500 millibars, about 18,000 feet off the ground. Big, big trough out west, ridging here. So again, we'll be in good shape. After a cold start this morning, we zoom up into the low 60s in most spots this afternoon. It should be a nice day. And we note the cold, snowy look out west. Tomorrow, the trough moves out across the plain states, and at the surface at midday tomorrow, the GFS has really the primary surface low up in Canada, way north of here. You can see a band of showers moving into northwest Alabama, so we'll mention rain arriving tomorrow afternoon. Then tomorrow night at midnight, the primary upper support goes negative tilt to some degree and passes through here. And there's a look at the primary band of showers and thunderstorms. And again, with the main surface low up north, the fact that it's coming through at night, instability just basically nil. We just don't expect a problem with severe weather. But hopefully we can pick up 1/2 to 1 inch of rain with this thing, and we'll take that. And then Wednesday, that's gone. Will be clear and a little cooler, but no real Arctic air involved here. Highs will drop back in the 50s on Wednesday. But things change in a hurry because here comes the next one on Thursday. And there's the big trough out west. What that's going to do is send another rain shield at us. We'll probably have a warm front pushing northward at some point Thursday afternoon or Thursday evening, but it's beginning to look like this will be mainly a Thursday night event. So we'll go to midnight Thursday night. And, if this were March or April, that upper air chart there would kind of scream severe weather, but it's not. This is late January. In fact, that's right at the end of the month there, Thursday night. And there's the surface look. The surface low is rather broad. It's near Memphis with a trailing band of showers and thunderstorms. So you get the idea that we'll probably have some thunder for sure and maybe some strong storms, but the fact that it's coming in here Thursday night with marginal instability, just not totally convinced that'll be a severe weather deal. And then Friday, the system is gone. We'll have clearing on Friday. For your weekend planning, it looks pretty good. There's a look at Saturday. Temperatures should be pretty close to normal. 50s during the day, 30s at night. That's where we should be for early February, and pretty much the same deal on Sunday. So for a change, for the first time in 3 weekends, we're not going to have some kind of winter storm threat here. We'll go to next week. This is a week from today, Monday the 4th, another big trough out west. And then Tuesday, the 5th, the trough begins to come out across the plain states, and we wonder if that might bring us some strong storms. But again, the core surface low is way north. That's a big old cold high behind that thing. It's a 1,040 millibar high sitting over Salt Lake. But that certainly looks wet for Tuesday of next week. And then by Wednesday, it lifts out, maybe some hint of snow flurries in the backside, but no big deal. And we'll quickly jump out there at the end of the cycle deep into voodoo country. This is the 12th, and once again, the active pattern continues. Big trough over the western U.S., southwest flow aloft here, and that would suggest the possibility of rain. But of course, trying to identify a specific event far in advance in this kind of pattern is almost impossible to do. But the screaming message I think we've got, active weather continues with frequent rain producers, and that's a good thing here. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 3:30 or so this afternoon. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful Monday, and God bless.
Weather.